All right, Mr. Chairman, if you're ready, we'll just run through the agenda real quick ahead of the meeting.
Sounds like a plan.
Unfortunately, we've got the deferral bug pretty bad tonight, for a number of reasons. Some projects have needed some redesign. Some have associated planning zoning commission approvals that didn't happen because of some posting things that didn't happen. So regardless, so item number one, I think I misspoke last month and said that last month would be the last deferral. This month is the last deferral. So we will take action on item number one in January, but we are recommending deferral of that one to the January meeting, which is January 8th. Item number two is still working through their redesigns. That's DRH 24-00253 on McKinney Lane. They're still working on bringing the building into compliance with some of our standards in terms of building height. They were having some challenges there. So still working through that. We recommend that one get deferred until January 8th as well. Item number three, DRH 24-00295 on Emerald Street is going through some negotiations for parking lot access and shared parking with the neighboring property. Again, we will recommend that one be deferred until January 8th as well.
So Josh, I guess I've seen it in the past that the cross access agreements are not necessarily required in advance of design review. It's more tied to the permitting. Is that new for the new code, or is that just a kind of a preference policy kind of thing?
It's not that you're right. We could condition it. We could add a condition of approval. It says they have to get a cross access agreement. I think they're having problems securing one. So knowing that, it makes the viability of the project in question for them to move forward with the hearing. So it's like their choice to kind of pull back and make sure that all that stuff is in order before they move forward. And I think that's good. I think it's our preference as well.
Okay.
I was looking at that item because I was curious because it's actually close to where I live, but they were going to have to eliminate parking on the adjacent parcel to create the cross access. And so I think they're having issues with eliminating somebody else's parking. So that's what they're working through.
Right. And
which probably affects the design of the site, I would imagine.
Sure. So for sure. I guess my other kind of commentary or question would be, I mean, does the city have the capability to can we require that somebody get cross, like I guess there's no definite path forward in that situation, right? Like the opposing landowner could just not play ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we have the standing to say that that's a contingent, a condition of approval? I know in the past it's been that we can condition that they have to grant cross access in the event of a future redevelopment.
I think Ben's right in that where this one requires some redesign, moving forward maybe isn't the best option right now.
Okay.
If it was simply a matter of getting the agreement and it didn't require a site redesign, sure, we could just condition that. But I think they may have to redesign the site. So they're kind of just press pause at the moment.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
So defer.
Yeah. So defer January 8th. Item number four was 24-00326 on State Street, and it was for an addition to an existing church. That one did not get through Planning and Zoning Commission yet. So for that reason, it will be deferred until January 8th. Item number five, DRH 24-00336 on Eagle Road. I think is also having some holdups on their other entitlements that are required. They need a variance for setbacks along Eagle Road, and I think there was a holdup on that. So again, we would recommend deferral until January 8th. And finally, item number six, we will hear this item. So DRH 24-00339 on Blue Cloud Lane for a 73,000 square foot industrial building. We will plan on hearing that one. And that is tonight's agenda.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, all right, we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
I will just take the time to point out, because I wrote up the elevator with a couple of potential commentators. We will discuss each of these items before they get officially deferred. There's the opportunity to raise a hand and say whether or not you can attend the following meeting.
Yeah, there is the opportunity to provide testimony if they cannot attend the January 8th meeting.
Okay,
Yeah, there is that opportunity.
I wanted to clarify
Yep.
that.
Okay, all right, we'll see you in a few.
Thank you. Good evening. Call to order the December 11th, 2024 Design Review Commission hearing. Christina, would you please call the roll?
Simple,
Here.
Marsh. Aguilar,
Here.
Zuckerman,
Here.
Erstad,
Here.
Bull. 4 present, 2 absent.
All right. Can we have a motion on the work session and meeting minutes from November 13th?
Do you want that as 2 separate motions? That's not how we do it.
I think we could do a single motion. We've done a single motion in the past.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Zuckerman.
thank you. I move to approve sorry. I move to approve the work session minutes from November 13th, 2024, and the Design Review Commission meeting minutes from November 13th, 2024.
So
Second.
moved. And a second. Christina, would you call the roll?
Simple,
Abstain as I was absent from that hearing.
Aguilar,
Yes.
Zuckerman,
Yes.
Erstad,
Yes.
3 in favor, 1 abstain, motion carries.
All right. This evening, we do not have any items for the consent agenda. But I'll go through the list of potential deferrals. Item number 1, DRH 23-00391 is proposed for deferral. Is there any member of the public that is here to testify that cannot attend the January 8th meeting? Seeing none. Item number 2, DRH 24-00253 is also proposed for deferral to January 8th. We have 2 signatures here that are you available? Are you not available to testify at the January 8th meeting for that? Okay. Then
Yes, I am available. Why not? I'm available.
we'll work on our syntax. Item number 3, DRH 24-00295 is also proposed for deferral. There are no signatures for that. Is there anyone online? Okay, item number 4, DRH 24-00326 is also proposed for deferral to January 8th. Is anyone in the audience that cannot attend the January 8th meeting to testify for that project? Okay. Yeah. Would you mind notifying them that we're
She's got it.
Yeah. Take karaoke suggestions? Okay. Item number 5, DRH 24-00336 is also proposed for deferral. Anyone present online or in person that cannot be at January 8th to testify on that one? Seeing none, I would accept a motion for deferral of those 5 items.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
Um,
Commissioner.
I move deferral of item DRH 23-00391, item DRH 24-00253, DRH 24-00295, DRH 24-00326, and DRH 24-00336 to the January 8th, 2025 design review hearing. I want to note that item number 1, DRH 23-00391, this is their last deferral allowed, so we will hear that item on January 8th, or it will be withdrawn or resubmitted.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Christina would,
Mr. Chair, I need to recuse myself from item number 2.
excellent, thank you. Christina, can you call the roll for that?
Temple,
Yes.
Aguilar,
Yes.
Zuckerman,
Yes.
Erstad,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
All right. To the main event, item number 6, DRH 24-00339, 9700 South Blue Cloud Lane. Construct a new approximately 73,000 square foot 2-story industrial building and accessory building and associated site improvements on property in an I-1 zone.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. This is an application to construct a Peterbilt Truck Repair and Service Center consisting of 2 buildings at 9700 South Blue Cloud Lane. The site is located off of Freight Street, west of I-84 and east of Eisenman Road. The site consists of 2 existing parcels that will be consolidated. The applicant has located the larger building toward the south where the property is wider, and the smaller building is located toward the north. Vehicle access will be from Freight Street at the north of the property, and vehicle parking and circulation is located around the buildings. The applicant will need to provide landscaping and trees in accordance with the zoning code. The buildings are both concrete tilt-up, painted gray, white, and red, and include prominent entry features and facade articulation. This is the southeast perspective of Building 1, the larger building at the south of the site. And this is the southeast perspective of Building 2. The planning team is recommending approval with conditions, and the applicant team is joining us via Zoom.
Okay, do we have any questions for staff? Nope. We'll turn it over to the applicant.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have any questions or
Did you want to give a presentation?
the things I would like to say is Peterbilt would benefit. I mean, they are currently on the about a mile away from this location in their existing building. I think that moving them to this new location would benefit this area and bring a better revenue stream to this area, with it being next to a truck shop. That gas station right next door would benefit greatly from this. And the area of currently there is a great deal of homeless, so it would clean this area up by improving this area with this truck shop and moving them from their existing location to this location. That that is that is my personal perspective of being around this area.
Thank you. Slightly out of order, but would you state your name and address for the record, please?
Jordan O'Toole, and it's 259 South Riverbend Way, North Salt Lake.
Thank you. Does anyone have questions for the applicant?
Mr. Chair,
Mr.
I had a question. Are you in agreement with the conditions of approval contained in the staff report for the project?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Moving on to public testimony. Do we have anyone online or in attendance from the neighborhood association? Okay. I think we can close the public portion of this. There are no members of the public. Is there anyone else online or in the public? Do we have the ability to pan the cameras around? No. Okay, now we will close the public testimony section of our event and move on to discussion, or I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Semple.
assuming that the applicant stated they're in agreement with the conditions of approval. So I would move to approve DRH 24-00339, subject to the findings of fact, conclusions of law, and recommended conditions of approval contained in the project report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Christina, would you call the roll?
Semple,
Yes.
Aguilar,
Yes.
Zuckerman,
Yes.
Erstad,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
That concludes our event for the evening. Everyone enjoy their holidays. We'll see you in the new year.